Hey guys, this is just a random video. Before and after I became a YouTuber for 7 months, most people keep wondering, why hasn't there been a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover movie? Well, to be fair, I can imagine that a crossover between these two franchises can happen. Tom and Jerry has crossed over with a few iconic characters before, like Sherlock Holmes, Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Johnny Quest. Yeah, I even have Tom and Jerry Spy Quest in my WB Media collection. And yes, and we all know that Scooby-Doo has crossed over with a lot of real-life celebrities and fictional characters over the past 5.5 decades, like Dick Van Dyke, Batman, Wonder Woman, Blue Falcon and Dynamite, Courage the Cowardly Dog, the WWE wrestlers, Bobby Flay, Hong Kong Phooey, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, Aquaman, and many more in TV, movie, and comic book form. Yes, I even knew that both posters for Scoob and the Tom and Jerry movie were referenced in Space Jam 2: New Legacy. Now, I can sort of imagine a crossover between Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo could work. Because you can still have Frank Walker as Fred Jones in Scooby-Doo. Hey, you can even have him provide some of them screaming and laughing vocals for Tom and Jerry. You can still have Greg Griffin as Daphne Blake, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, and Kane Bukuchi as Velma Dinkley. But if I'm gonna be honest, I honestly have no clue how a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover could work. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible. Okay, maybe to me, it might seem a little bit impossible to pull off, but I guess it wasn't hard for Mystery Inc. and Tom and Jerry to do a lot of crossovers. Heck, not to mention both of them appeared in Teen Titans Go and Warner Brothers 100th anniversary. So I guess I should have mentioned that earlier. But yeah, I know that you guys are probably gonna be mad at me for doubting this type of crossover to happen, which I don't blame you. But I'm just not really sure how a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover could work. To be fair, Warner Brothers is still struggling right now because of that awful CEO David Zaslav. But I guess it wouldn't hurt for Scooby-Doo and the gang to do like a crossover movie with Tom and Jerry before. Since both franchises have been around for a long time. Okay, well, technically Tom and Jerry has been around a lot longer than Scooby-Doo. I think they were a thing since 1939. It was like almost 30 years before. Yeah, this was like Tom and Jerry were around 30 years before Scooby-Doo was a thing. So the franchise has been around a lot longer than the Scooby-Doo franchise. Who knew? But as much as I have trouble imagining a Scooby-Doo crossover, as much as I still have trouble imagining what a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover could look like, maybe it's worth a try, I guess. As soon as Warner Brothers could get their act together and fire David Zaslav, maybe a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover can happen. I already mentioned the casting of who would voice these characters. Frank Welker as Fred Jones, Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, Matthew Lillis as Shaggy, Kate Micucci as Velma, and Greg Griffin as Daphne Blake. Okay, I know you guys didn't want me to repeat the casting again, since you guys already heard me say it the first time. But still. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm talking about, and well, I'm sorry that I can't think of a plot for this crossover. Because like I said, it'll be hard. I just don't know how it would probably work. Maybe you guys can come up with your own type of crossover plot down in the comments below. And maybe one of them might seem a little bit interesting and better than the other. Depending on what you guys are thinking of right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure you guys are already thinking of some ideas of your own on how a Scooby-Doo Tom and Jerry crossover could work by the time I'm still recording this video. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm glad you guys were able to hear me out as to why it would be a little bit tricky to make this crossover happen. But to you guys, it probably won't be that hard. Because like I said, both Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry were known to do so many crossovers over the past several decades. Even if I already mentioned that Tom and Jerry has been around a lot longer than Scooby-Doo. If you know what I mean.